Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Super Famicom Wars. It is late Thursday evening as I record this. I was finally going to take the certification exam that I've been studying for weeks at this point that's been consuming almost all of my free time in the evenings. However, I didn't, because I felt flippin' exhausted after work today. You don't want to take a super important exam that you've been studying for weeks for when you're super exhausted. So I tried taking a nap. Let's see. Let's make you on Delta, our opponent for this next match. He's 3 stars, as I recall. So I tried taking a nap, but I just woke up feeling even worse. You know that experience when you're real tired, you take a nap, and you wake up and you just feel even more exhausted and disgusting. So it's just not happening. I decided, screw it, I'll take that certification exam tomorrow when I'm hopefully not so dang tired. And so I still want to get something useful done tonight. So I'm going to record an episode of Super Famicom Wars instead. So here we are. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, we haven't seen Hetler since episode 1. It's Hetler's time to shine again. And we're going to be against the computer that is the highest star value who doesn't have special powers. So I don't think that he's going to have any special abilities to throw at us, but his AI should be better than any of the other non-special COs. I'm going to go ahead and turn all of the special settings on. And next up was Deer Harbor, I think. Yeah, this one. So we've got some of everything again, I do believe. Some factories, some airports, some naval ports. Well, apparently there's railroads and comm towers I'm seeing. And we have not run into any railroads or comm towers on any of these maps. In fact, not a single one of these maps appears to have them. So I assume that those have to show up in a different map set. Now, the comm towers we've seen in some of the Advance Wars games, I assume they're the same, where capturing them improves your attack power. I have no idea about the railroads. That's interesting. But anyway, I've had some requests. I've had a request to capture enemy naval ports, and these are actually like old requests. They're not recent. To capture an enemy naval port with animations on. Apparently it's really funny. And to also try to win by capturing the enemy HQ. Now, the enemy naval port thing, we can definitely make happen, as long as I don't derp out and forget. The enemy HQ, we'll see. I'll try to remember to make that a thing, but obviously HQ captures can be a little trickier. Alright, so as I said, I'm going to be really tired for this recording, so it's going to be pretty sad in terms of whatever strategy or lack thereof I come up with. So let's just make that clear right now. I think I'm going to want to try to get to the east more quickly, so I think an APC will help with that. My cat is chewing on my headphone cords, which irritates me. Don't do that. Oh, I'm out of money. Okay, I didn't even have enough money to build all infantry because I built that APC. That was probably stupid. Good turn, you on Delta. Liked it. I also, for just 500 more, could have gotten a T-copter, but then again, I only could have gotten 2 infantry, huh? So maybe it's a good thing that I didn't do that. Alright, now loading onto transports takes their turn in this version of the game. Let's not forget that. So I want to move it first, then load onto it. But yeah, I'll just take that cert tomorrow. I feel somewhat prepared after having spent God only knows how much time, 80 hours or something ridiculous, studying for it. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. It entails practically memorizing an encyclopedia worth of information. I'm barely exaggerating at all. It's It's kind of awful. It's also a very stupid way to have an exam, because it's the kind of thing where in the real world, you just look up the nitty-gritty details as you need them anyway. So having it be a closed book exam where you have to just have the entire framework memorized is dumb and does not remotely reflect how you work with the framework in real life. It's just a lazy way to make sure that the person studying for the exam actually understands the framework. A better way would be to make it open book and just make the time limit tight enough and the questions difficult enough that even though it's open book, if you didn't understand the framework well, you'd have no chance of getting the questions, of having enough time to look the stuff up in time. That would be a better way to make it. But that's not how people do things. And so it's a typical certification exam, is what I'm saying. And anyway, I'm also just explaining why I'm actually, even with the insane amount of studying I've done, not 100% confident of passing it. But I'm about as confident as I can be, so we'll see how that goes tomorrow. And I guess you all will get an update next week. I'm sure you're thrilled. I'm sure you care so much. Let's see. But obviously it's something that's very important to me, because it's pretty important for my job. So it's very much on my mind. Hence my babbling on about it. I think I'm going to want a T-copter. Maybe even two of them. Hiya. I don't know, I'm probably spending my money stupidly, but I'm seriously half asleep. I don't know what the deal is. I just crashed. Right about the time I was ready to take the exam. It's just, my body was done. I felt so tired. I tried pretty hard to take a good nap. It did not help. It just made it worse. So I'm a zombie right now. It actually feels kind of disgusting too. If you know that feeling where when you're tired enough, it just feels icky. Like you've got this nasty brain fog. I guess it's fitting that this very irritating exam manages to somehow be frustrating even here at the very end when I'm ready to take it. And just like, nope, not happening. Your body's going to be too tired. You know, I should be turning animations off. We've seen these so many times. Nothing interesting is happening. Let me do that. So I'm sure my commentary is absolutely horrendous this episode, because who cares about my silly little personal things I'm doing with nobody, but you get to hear about it anyway because it's irritating me, so enjoy. Let's see. This is much better. I should have just done this from the beginning. Alright. Now the crazy thing is, maybe I should try starting to capture from here. There's like so many properties that are on Yuan Delta's island. But maybe I can get that chopper over there and start sniping some of them off. I doubt it. I'm sure he'll just... because he's gonna have all kinds of capability to reinforce that, and I don't. So he'll capture it pretty quickly, I think. Okay, now it's time to start thinking about what we need to do. So there's this big, effectively inland sea. Oh, I'm a super dum-dum, because I should be sending my chopper down here to capture this. I should have done that. I wasted a turn sending it over here. Oh well, we'll correct that starting on the next turn. There's going to be so many mistakes like that this episode. Maybe I should get a battlecopter next. Yeah, let's do that. I really wish my cat would stop trying to chew on my headphone cord. Now the nice thing is, once I've finally taken this freaking exam, then, you know, for better or worse, whether I pass it or not, which hopefully I will, I've sure studied enough, I should have more free time. As I mentioned last episode, that is likely not going to mean episodes of this on a more frequent basis. They'll probably still be weekly for the foreseeable future. But it'll just be good for me personally. Because, oh my gosh, have I gotten tired of spending all of my evenings on this. Just ridiculous. Okay, let's see. This is probably going to be another map where I get lazy and just build tons of air units, isn't it? At this point, I think I need to save up for better air units or maybe naval units. Maybe. Or I could get yet another T-copter, because I'm going to have a lot of spare infantry for flying around, too. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Yeah, let's have 4 T-copters. I know that sounds crazy. Maybe it is. But it'll have good mobility for our infantry. Though my T-copters are going to run out of ammo, aren't they? Not ammo. Duh. Fuel. They're going to run out of fuel. So I guess I'm going to have to really go out of my way to fuel them up when I bring them back. I guess because of the whole orthogonal Manhattan-style movement, I didn't really waste much sending that chopper to the east, because I'm probably going to want to drop one guy off west and one guy off east on the island anyway, so I think it's fine. Wasn't really that big a deal. Let's see. Yeah, let's get at least one more full thing of dudes. I don't know, I'm probably playing like a complete idiot, even more so than usual. Now, Yuan Delta's gonna probably build his own air to harass me and such. So maybe I should get another B-copter, mostly for defense. Although, honestly, saving up for a fighter would be better, I think. Because that would be immune to his B-copters. And be able to destroy them with impunity. On the other hand, anything he successfully dropped off it wouldn't be able to deal with, so there's that. He is capturing stuff all over the place. This is a very interesting map. I maybe should have sent one more guy eastward. There's more stuff there that I can capture efficiently with just 2 guys. Okay, these don't yet have guys in them. Now they do. Yeah, I feel like my east is a little vulnerable, just in case Yuan Delta tries a sneaky drop, so I'm going to send a couple guys that way. Okay, there's an airport here, so we'll be fine. We won't have issues with running out of fuel after all. There, if we can secure this southern coast here, this southern island, then that'll be good, because obviously Yuan Delta has this eastern one. But yeah, if we can have the northwest and the south, then I think that we'll be in a good position. I was kind of gutsy turning on Fog of War for this. We're obviously very, very blind to anything Yuan Delta's doing. Let's get that fighter. Then maybe some bombers. I could just not bother with naval at all. Then I wouldn't have to worry about submarines. Or cruisers, and my bombers could just handle any battleships he makes. And his transports. I kind of like that idea. I feel like the naval units are very... I mean, the battleships are pretty good, but... Well, and if we ever want to bring in land units, we'll need LSTs, landers. But I feel like the naval units are not great in this version of Wars. The cruiser especially is worthless. I guess the submarine certainly has value if your opponent's going heavy on naval. and you want to try to capture the waters yourself. But I just like going air. It's just so much easier, and the air units kind of seem like you get more bang for your buck, like they're better for their cost. How much fuel have you got? 42. Alright, you're okay for a little while. Ooh, I should have defenders back to guard my headquarters, actually. Okay, so how are we doing? Ah, let's not forget to capture airport as first priority, so we can refuel our choppers down here. Okay, other than that, I think I'm going to save my money, buy some better units here. But yeah, it's an interesting map. I like it. The sort of whole inland sea thing is kind of neat. Let's see. I like it aesthetically, and it might make for some interesting battles too. We'll see. Yeah, let's just save our money. Oh, I hear helicopters. Hereish? I guess one thing a cruiser would have value for is vision. Huh. Because I can't see very well right now. And not being able to see is an issue. We have no idea what our opponent is up to. Alright, your job is to just guard my capture operations, basically. But, you know, I say that, but I think... Let's try a striker. One of my commenters also recommended trying strikers on this map, and not being able to see, I think would increase the value of having a unit that is somewhat capable against both land and air, because then we don't have to try to guess the ratio of fighters and bombers we want. So maybe this really is a good situation for strikers. And you know, I'm just going to surround my HQ with dudes there. And I'll park an APC right on it. Just to prevent any sneaky shenanigans by you on Delta trying to drop guys off on me and do an HQ cap. I mean, sure, I could just manufacture a bunch of stuff on my factories to surround my HQ if he did that. Which is one of the reasons HQ captures are hard to pull off in this. But, still, let's not take chances, and it never hurts having a deep reserve of infantry. But yeah, realistically, once I have more time again, I'm going to be spending a lot of time trying to work on more Commander X16 development. Which my first game there, as I said, is going to be more of an RPG. But if any of you are interested in RPGs, and, you know, old school retro style RPGs, that could be a thing you're interested in. But after that, it is going to be a strategy game. It's going to be the second one I make, though that will be some ways in the future. Because the first one will take a while to make, especially because I haven't been able to make any progress on it lately. But I'm looking forward to that. Just for me, personally, it's something that's a lot of fun for me. I'm a very creative-oriented person, so I'm very happy when I'm working on creative projects and pretty salty when I'm not, basically. So I'm very much looking forward to getting back to doing more of that. let's see. I could just have my fighters zoom around on patrol, basically. You know, refueling at the airports at each end of its patrol route. Alright, let's get another striker. Now, I have to remember, because sometimes I go into a mode where I'm thinking of previous Wars games, I can't build anything at any of these airports and naval ports I'm capturing. But they're for refueling only and repairing. Maybe I should attack him with my strikers. Be preemptive about it. Instead of acting defensively. If I sort of preempt him, put him on his back foot, make him defensive right away, that could be to my advantage. We'll try that. Okay, that is my home island fully captured. And we're starting to make good progress on capturing the southern island. Yeah, no sign that Yuan Delta cares about this southern island at all. Well, I should probably refuel you. Fighters are so fuel thirsty. Okay, you have not yet dropped off your dude. Drop him off here to cap these two real fast, I suppose. He has, so he's going back to fetch another one. That's true for all of these guys. This guy's also real low on fuel. I should probably refuel him, actually. I don't want to crash my T-copters for no reason. You know, when I call him that, I kind of imagine my guys like having a tea party on the helicopter. I have very refined troops. There we go. Little defense there to the east against any incursions by our friend. And I can't quite afford another striker yet. I don't know if this whole I'll just ignore naval entirely and go all air is smart, but I don't know, maybe it's optimal. As I said, I have not been blown away by the quality of the naval units. The battleships are not bad, but they're so expensive I might be better off spending that money on all these air units like I'm doing. There we go. And this guy's just going to hover here on the lookout for any enemies. He'll eventually crash and it will be sad, but... And the strikers are going to see if they can pick off any of Yuan Delta's units. Okay, he's basically already captured everything on this island, I think, but... if I can get a free kill or two, that would be great. I don't want to be too aggressive about it, because it'd be very sad to pick off an infantry with a striker and then get it shot down. That would obviously be an economically disastrous trade-off. I want to make some more guys to send south just to secure things down there. And they exist only to delay, basically. I mean, they're only infantry. Well, they can guard against any airdrops that Yuan Delta does, but if he actually manages to land vehicles on my island, they're going to be useless defending against that. How's your fuel? Oh, I probably just accidentally wasted a bunch. I did. Because when you move and cancel, it uses fuel on Fog of War. At least it did in other Wars games. I assume it does in this one too. So I didn't mean to do that. That was just foolishness on my part. I think I already confirmed. Yeah, I loaded a guy onto that. Alright, there's not much value in just shooting up one infantry with that striker and possibly getting it shot down in retaliation, so I'm not going to do that. I'll see if I can stop him from capturing anything to the far north, though I doubt it. Oh, I can. That's brilliant. If I can slow him down there. Alright, let's get a couple strikers. A couple more. Our fighter will go hunting for anything it can shoot down. You're gonna refuel. Oops. Oh, okay. I completely accidentally brought up a game manual with misclicks, or rather miss button pressing. Wow, look at all this. There's a ton of it. Ooh, diplomatic relations. Wait a minute, I was just joking about tea parties. And look at this. What a crazy coincidence. I must be psychic. That's the only possible explanation. Oh, look at all this. Interesting. Did any of these say anything about the railroad? I was asking about that. I'm not seeing the railroad icon here anywhere. Oh my goodness, hold up. Whoa, hold the phone. There's like multiple pages on each of these pages. Unit commands, main commands, field manual. Wow, this is a whole thing. Yeah, depots. Wait, you can build a train? There's a unique train unit? 60 unit limit, okay. And only one train per CO. Do not get ideas above your station. Okay, that's a pretty good pun. I'm gonna respect that. Due to staff shortages, captured buildings cannot be used to deploy new units. So I guess I would have known that if I had read this field manual. Tell me about this train. Okay, well, whatever. We'll figure that out when the time comes, I guess. Right, you're gonna refuel. Huh, I could move that guy faster by loading him up. Well, I think at this point I've got all the infantry it's useful to have on this southern island. I'm getting analysis paralysis a little bit. There's so many options for what to do. Alright, let's see. Move these guys south for some extra defense. Again, they're just to slow the enemy down while real units show up to deal with any incursions. You're gonna go up here. Actually, how much fuel have you got? 36. Okay. I don't know, he might crash. We'll see. But I need to capture this. I mean, you know, it's a property, even if that island only has one. Too bad I didn't get the strikers there a little faster. I could have delayed some of his capture operations. That would have been nice. Oh, alright. Enemy fighter detected. I have a fighter in the area, so that's good. I think it's about time to turn animations on. I do apologize for the no doubt abysmal quality of the commentary this episode. The exhaustion is real. Alright. There we go. I'm doing my best. At least there is an episode, right? Alright, now this is a little dangerous, because I don't know if he has an anti-air in the vicinity. Also, I lost vision of that, so I can't attack it. Alright, fine, we'll finish this guy off. I would hate to lose a striker just to kill an infantry. It's been so long since we've been Hitler. Weirdly satisfying. Hope that doesn't mean something unfortunate about my psyche. He has a really well done portrait, I think. Particularly funny animations. Now, the enemy fighter can't do anything to my infantry. It could mess up my helicopter, but I can just fly my helicopter out of its reach, so... I think it's too far away for my fighter to get to it. No! Never mind. Well then. Hello, fighter. Meet fighter. Excellent. I mean, you know, completely even exchange, but I've let him know that his presence is not appreciated, and that's what matters. Alright, you're fully refueled. You have a guy who I don't know what I'm going to do with. And I was going to send one to this island, this guy, right here. I don't think we can let him off because that is... Yeah, it's a forest, so there's going to be a brief delay there. You might as well refuel. As I said, my least favorite mechanic here by far is not being able to build on the factories that we capture, factories in the broad sense, and only being able to build on the ones that you start off with near your HQ. I see no benefit at all with how that works. Just slows things down, really. Alright, anything else to move? I don't think so. Let's get another striker. I may be very boring with my my choice of units to build. There, and a bomber. Variety. I'm gonna see how a mostly striker force does on this very large map with a lot of water on Fog of War. I have a good feeling. I think it may work out well. Okay, I should probably withdraw those strikers. I think I saw a lot of anti-air stuff zipping around up there. Oh, what kind of nonsense is that? Because turns do take longer once we have animations on. Oh, hello. There's a good target for my B-copter. I hear naval units. Okay. How are my strikers doing fuel-wise, by the way? Not great. Well, one of them has 54, which is plenty. But 35 is concerning. Are you going to make it home? Okay, yeah, I think he is, for refueling. We'll send these guys to the south. Capture this just, you know, for form, and it is another 1,000 credits. Just about got this island. All right. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Although I think I can remedy that. This is you on Delta's theme, isn't it? I meant to switch it to be Hetler's theme, since we're playing as Hetler, and I totally derped and forgot to do that. Yeah, I'm being an idiot. Hetler is 4, right? I think he's 4th in the lineup. So this is his theme, I believe. Okay, this is Hetler's theme. It's so ridiculous. Oh, sure, why not? What the heck? It's like the most peaceful, happy theme in the game. It's Hetler's theme. Oh my gosh. Alright, he may still drop off his infantry, but whatever. You try to run away and get repaired. Okay, I've got my strikers zipping around all over the place. Let's get another bomber. I think that a mix of strikers and bombers might serve me pretty well. And I have plenty of T-copters and infantry, so I can drop stuff off on his island to capture things and hopefully capture one of his ports with animations on. A commenter seemed to suggest that that's a very funny animation, so we'll want to see that. You have 2 hit points. I'm not too scared about what you can accomplish. Yeah, not a big deal. When I get a fresh striker down here someday, it's going to go poorly for you. It's quite the face you're making down there, Yuan Delta. Oh, another T-copter. Well, we'll shoot that one up too. Naval unit. Another naval unit. You know, I'm basically Eagle, aren't I? Because I'm so obsessed with an Air Force. I just ignore naval entirely. So, yeah, apparently in terms of affinity, my natural inclination on a map like this, a map that's not, you know, pure ground, is to just be Eagle. That's fine, Eagle's cool. He was one of my favorite COs, not necessarily in terms of his game mechanics, although there was nothing wrong with those, but just in terms of his character design and such. Alright, you can start repairing. Well, this turned out to be a more or less pointless action, but that's fine. You two can feel important with your little para-dropping action. Not that any parachutes are involved. Reinforcements are en route. Oh, you are going to run out of fuel. Unless I could build a supply truck. Which I could. Why not? Let's try to save that poor T-copter. It's only 4,000 credits. It's not like I'm breaking the bank. Get back and refuel. I'm going to use the southern island as kind of a staging area for my my giant air force, I think. Yeah, and then just use my big fleet of T-copters to drop off all my duders. That's going to be the strat. We'll see how it works out. Like I said, I got a good feeling. I think it may work well. What are you doing? Just hovering there. That's fine. Oh wow! Yuan Delta's T-copters just crashed. He hasn't been refueling them at all. I didn't even need to shoot that one with my B-copter then. That's hilarious. Yuan Delta, what are you doing, man? This is basic aspects of the game mechanics. He is harassing me with a lot of air units here. So it's a good thing that I have my Air Force making its way down. That'll deal with him good and proper. They'll have words. This is definitely going to be a two-parter, by the way. I think that much is obvious. There's no way we're going to finish this in a reasonable amount of time. I have one 2-hour extravaganza, but I don't want to make that a regular thing. Oh, I was just making fun of him for that. Well, now I sure have egg on my face, don't I? That is a lander. That is scary because that could have real units on it. But I think it doesn't tell me what it has in a Fog War map. Or does it? No, it does. And does it have nothing on it? Because this shows me that that has an infantry. And that seems to suggest that that doesn't have anything. How odd. Why would you just send an empty lander at me? You're a strange man, Yuan Delta. Hitler's going to have to put you in your place. You're going to be repairing for quite a long while. This theme is so silly. It certainly is peaceful to listen to. Alright, we're going to stop off at the airport for refueling, I think. Well, I didn't with these guys. But that's fine, they have enough fuel. I need them to deal with all his air units. They're quite cheeky and need a firm word. Alright, and I need to pause to go blow my nose again, so be right back. Okay, sorry that one took longer. I didn't have a box of tissue handy in my office, so I had to go fetch one. But I feel much better now. So that's good. Okay. Strikers out the wazoo. Oh, right, and I was gonna go refuel that T-copter before it dies like just happened to my one T-copter. I can go refuel those as well. And any others? Am I down to just 3? Might want to build another couple if I'm going to try a big infantry drop on his island at some point. Alright, anything I haven't moved yet? I don't think so. You know, nothing that I care about, I mean. Wow, I mean, okay, sure. I lost track of one and let it crash, but apparently Yuan Delta just never refuels his T-copters and they're all crashing. Thanks for throwing all that money away, buddy. Interesting, I wonder why his battle copter's retreating instead of attacking my infantry. I mean, that's probably the right call. Because he would, you know, damage my infantry and then I'm about to be sending stuff to blow his copter up, and that would be an economically bad trade. But yeah, you sure have a lot of helicopter accidents there, Yuan Delta. Okay. Oh. Wow, I just lost a striker. I let it run out of fuel, apparently. How much fuel have you got? Plenty. Good lord, it's so easy to lose track. This one's gonna crash. I didn't realize that these guys had no fuel. Good lord, I'm losing so many expensive units. He's gonna crash next turn, isn't he? 1, 2, 3, 4... No, he might actually make it and get refueled. That's a lot of money down the drain. It's so easy to lose track when you have this many of them flying around. Anyway, let's sink this lander. Oh wow, that was really effective. Dang, well done, Striker. Was not expecting it to do 8 damage. The uproarious laugh of Hitler. He's so smug about it. Another random issue I had is the TV in my office that I use as my second monitor died, so I had to go get a new one. And the only ones that were available are 4K. And my TV, or not my TV, my computer, which is, I mean, it's not ancient, but it's not brand new either. It's not output at 4K. It outputs at 1080p. And it works, it functions. But there are visual oddities, which you shouldn't see any of those on this video. Because all I'm doing is recording my my game window, of course, so everything should just look normal to you. But there are weird scaling issues that I'm having to deal with as a result of the resolution incompatibility. And this follows on the heels of my primary computer having basically kicked the bucket, what is it, a couple months ago or so now, so been having a lot of unfortunate electronic equipment failures lately. Okay, the southern island is now completely mine. I've chased off his air units. And I'm staging what is hopefully going to be a giant aerial bombing campaign. And honestly, I should start congregating my T-copters down here as well. Because I probably want to have them follow on the heels of my big air assault. Although I don't necessarily have to do it that way. I could just leapfrog across here, which certainly would be easier fuel-wise. Maybe I'll do that. Let's start preparing the big infantry drop as well. The strikers and bombers will handle his vehicles, and then the infantry will try to move in and capture stuff, is going to be the plan. I might want to try to go fuel these guys up at the airport up here. Maybe not. I think they won't use up much fuel if they're hovering, like 1 per turn is all. I can't get another one right now because I just bought another striker and bomber. And let's not leave this vulnerable. Okay. I think I've moved everything. Ah, Shoal. I might want to gum up those with infantry to prevent him from doing landings whatsoever. Not that he's done a particularly competent job of executing any attempted landings or drops, but if I can also just prevent it entirely by just parking a bunch of infantry there, then that seems smart. So we'll do that. Oh. My strikers will deal with that. Strikers really are proving their value here. I think they're worth the extra cost and the fact that they're not quite as good as a fighter or a bomber when you're on Fog of War like this. You don't have to try to guess whether you need more bombers or fighters. Just build a bunch of strikers and you're good to go. So I think I found a case where I really like them. Oh, that is irritating, because that is right in the way of where I was going to put a striker to shoot down his bomber. How dare you do this? I guess I can just move my infantry one to the side, so it's not that big a deal, but still. Excuse me, sir. Now these guys are going to run into fuel issues. I'm going to want to send them back for refueling. Not bad. Not bad at all. Surprisingly good, in fact. I'm starting to think the only matchup where they're really poor is striker versus fighter. And even then, I'm not sure it's that poor, really. Excellent. Alright, as long as I can get you guys back for refueling, all will be well. You are refueled, so start heading east. Oh, you're gonna crash. That is the saddest thing. All that money down the drain. Ugh, for nothing. So you on Delta and I are both having a lot of crashes with our aircraft. Alright, let's refuel you next. Good lord, we got a conga line of refueling going on here. This fighter's going to take forever to repair because of it. I guess this is a downside of my heavy on the air units strat. I wouldn't be having quite such fuel issues with naval units, I don't think. Maybe this is a big enough air force to launch an attack. I hope so. I sure hope so. Let's get a T-copter. Maybe 2. Try to drop off 5 guys at once. We'll see how it goes. And now maybe I should actually start getting some naval units. We'll start with the submarine. Maybe 1 sub, 1 cruiser, and then a bunch of battleships, something like that. I can even go crazy and build landers and start building some, you know, tanks and stuff to drop off. Just because I'm getting a little tired of building nothing but air units. Not to mention, we really have an issue with refueling them. Honestly, it might have been smarter to just plan to send them straight east across here. I think that would have been smarter. I don't think this whole stage them to the south thing was actually a good call. Yeah, I think that was a pretty bad call, in fact. The whole refueling issue. I wanted to send those strikers back to that airport for refueling, but looks like they need to do some more repelling of incursions here. Excuse me, sir. This is very rude of you, and I'm going to have to, sadness, send the bouncers to deal with you. Good. Now my battlecopter can finish it off. 2 fuel. No, it can't. Oh boy. Can a Deuter finish it off? The 1 hit point? Yes! Superb. Oh no! Oh, that was a bad misclick, because that just cost me a bunch of fuel, didn't it? Oh, that one had a guy on it. I still love the fact that you can see the guys panicking on the transports. That's such a good touch. Okay, maybe that didn't cost me fuel. 81? I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. Yeah, this is not efficient in any way. I shouldn't have done it like this. Should have just sent them straight across the water to the east. Now, these guys shouldn't be using up much just hovering here. Not to mention the supply truck can keep them topped off, so it doesn't matter. Alright, let's get a cruiser next. And then maybe some battleships. I could send some of my aircraft to the east. And maybe I will. These two at least. So just hover here, stay continuously fueled up. It'll just be a very wide battlefront, a wide net. I guess net isn't really the right phrase, but you know what I mean. Okay, I think we're good for this turn. You know, even though I'm going to split this up into 2 videos, I might do something that I have not done for quite a while. And record like a full week ahead of time. Just record like this whole match ahead of time to split it into 2 videos. Just because, like I said, I'm too tired to really get anything all that useful done, but it's too early to go to bed. So I might as well just record both episodes of this match, because I think it'll be a 2-parter. I don't see any reason to think it'll be a 3-parter. Then go to bed, hopefully be reasonably awake tomorrow, finally take that cert, hopefully pass it, though I won't know for a week, it doesn't get graded immediately. And then finally have some free time in my life again. And it'll be great. I am looking forward to it. Hopefully everything goes as planned. And doesn't turn into the life equivalent of me forgetting to fuel a T-copter. I'm watching it crash and burn. Or even worse, a Striker. I still love that one. That's impressive. Like, not only does he eat that entire loaf of French bread in just one gulp, but it goes into his mouth, like, widthwise. It's not even like it goes down vertically. How is that even possible? That's quite the mouth you have on you, sir. Okay, you are in big trouble, fuel-wise. Are you going to make it back? I think he is. Maybe not, though. We'll see. Oh, this guy's in big trouble, too. He's probably also going to run out of fuel. This has been a disaster. I have not managed the fuel well, and I have found the big flaw in this giant Air Force plan. All of my planes are crashing. That is a flaw. Oh, it's going to be borderline. Because they use up a fair amount of fuel just hovering there. I don't think they use just one. So it's going to be borderline. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, mistakes have been made. I would do things differently if I started this over from scratch. Let's get a battleship. Okay, I think we're good. Luckily, Yuan Delta's as much of an idiot as me, and it also just crashes his air units. I guess at least my striker will have blown a lot of stuff up before it crashes. So it should still be economical. Farewell, salute for you, Battlecopter. No, you still have 71. Go ahead and finish off this enemy Battlecopter. Excellent. Now you guys are both critically low on fuel. One of you is gonna have to die. I can't refuel you both. I'm sorry. This is such a mess. I've made such a hash out of this. Nobody should be surprised. I would make a hash out of it at the best of times, and I'm half asleep. Don't think there's much else to do right now. Alright, yeah. That's it for this one. Nope, not quite. I said I was going to do a thing and then I stopped doing it, and it was a smart thing. These guys need to block the landing point here. Good. I'll be calling it an episode soon. We're over an hour at this point. I just kind of want to stop it right at the point where I'm ready to launch the big assault. You know, cliffhanger it. Oh, that is unfortunate. Oh, actually, no, it's not. That's great. Way to throw your fighter away, Yuan Delta. Thank you. Thank you for feeding a nearly dead fighter to my striker. Yeah, on a Fog of War map like this, strikers really show their value. They also look cool. I like their design. Yeah, maybe the Navy's not so bad since it doesn't have the grotesque fuel issues of the Air Force. Cruiser certainly has good sight range, which makes more sense than submerged submarines having the long sight range. I mean, that makes sense in water. It makes no sense for land. Okay, you know what? I guess I actually am going to see about putting together some kind of big ground assault. After all, I lied. It's not just going to be a nothing but air after all. Salute for you, as you are going to die. Then we'll finally be able to start repairing this fighter some more. There. No landing for you, unless you kill my infantry first. You have 65 left. You should be able to make it back for refueling, and you've done a great job. You've destroyed so many things. Okay. We're almost at that point. Alas. Heavy metal. While we're at it, let's get 2 more. This is going to be quite the assault. Of course, Yuan Delta is probably built so much stuff just sitting there on his island that our big assault's probably just going to get annihilated anyway. Yeah, look at this. This huge Air Force all just hovering here, just burning fuel. Alright, we're actually gonna launch the assault momentarily, I think. Let's load up our dudes. For drama, we're gonna watch every single one of those animations. We're also gonna fuel up this this helicopter here. That's makes me smile every time. I love it. Behold the giant paradrop operation being prepared with no parachutes. We're hardcore. We're into extreme sports around here. Alright. The big assault begins in the next episode. Cliffhangers ahoy. Is it going to be a complete disaster that just gets utterly annihilated, or are we going to start steamrolling Yuan Delta with the mighty army of Hitler? Find out in the next episode. I'll see you then.